Yo, what is up? This is ByStage here, back for another video. Today's video we're doing Orlando 2 round 8. So this is actually the first West Coast 250 race, which is interesting because it's going to be on the East Coast, and the following race is going to be in Daytona, and that'll also be West Coast, and that's just because COVID. So there's a lot of venues on the West Coast that aren't allowing Supercross to run, so that's why there's none in California, and the final round is not in Las Vegas because they cannot race in either of those states. So they had to throw a lot of them to the East Coast, which is fine, which is how we were able to have 2 Supercrosses in Camping World Stadium in Orlando, and then of course we'll have our Daytona. And for Atlanta, that's usually in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium or the Georgia Dome a long time ago, but then it was replaced with the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But instead of it being in that stadium, they're actually doing it at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So it's going to be very similar to Daytona, and they're going to be having 3 of those. So I would love to go out to one of those, but not sure. But that's just an idea because I don't know if they would ever do a Supercross race there again. And I'm not going to be going to Daytona like originally planned just because of the restrictions. So we actually bought tickets for Orlando 2, so we'll be there Saturday. So I want to go ahead and record this video and have it posted before, because last time when I did that, you guys seem to have more engagement on that video. So I just thought that I'll post this one early as well and just see how it does. So like always, I'm running with the person who I think is going to win, and Cooper Webb, I'm actually going to go with him again, even though he won last weekend. But I think he's going to be the next Roxon, where he's going to go to win multiple races in a row. Hopefully that is the case, and maybe he'll even take over the points lead. But of course later in the video I'll give you guys my other picks. So as you guys saw in the time lapse, this track is very similar to Saturdays, which is very interesting since they had a whole week to change it. But I guess to make it easier on them, they just decided just to change a couple things around. Well, actually a few things around. So you can tell it's different, but it still has a similar layout. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do a lap around this track. Okay, so the starting module is the same layout as last time, so it goes to the left, and it's just supposed to be a lipped up berm, but we couldn't do it. But you would go through the finish line jump right here, and then there is a whoop section, which there's 8 whoops, but I added more just to make it fit. And then we have a berm, and then right here, this, I'm thinking it looks like a triple, but I think it's going to be like a double. And then right here I just did a little jump up because I think this is supposed to be like an up high berm, so it's like you land on it flat and then you would roll off and then onto this table, but I couldn't do that because there's no module. So I just did similar lips, berm, and then that jump again, and then so we go onto this table. So you land on this table and then you would jump off and land on this landing right here, and then we have another berm, and then we have a long section right through here. So this I have set up for a double, which I don't know, it might be a triple, so this might be an option lane, but I have it set up for a double, and then right here you can actually triple this. So you land on here, you hit this jump, land on the table, and then jump off. And right here we have a really weird berm, so it's like a little option lane, so I think there'll be tough blocks through the middle so you can't cut over. So I'm just glad they didn't make this sand, because this looks like something they would make out of sand. But so I just did little half whoops right through here, so just different ways to go through this, and then it jumps back onto the long start, which we can see over to the left. So you would come around here, this would be lipped up a little bit, but obviously we can't do that. And then you would come through here, and I have this set up for a triple, so you land on the backside over here, triple, but this could be doubles. So this obviously is very similar to last weekend, so there's gonna be different ways to hit this, but how I did it was a triple, so 3 triples, and you land, and then you have another berm, and then right here you have a Supercross triple, only one this time. And then there's like a little roller, so I just did 2 divots down to make this roll effect, and then another triple, and then as soon as you land that, you can hit this berm. And then there's another whoop section, so we have 2 whoop sections this weekend, and there's 11 whoops right through there. Hit this berm, and you're gonna cross diagonally across the start, hit this berm, and then you go back to the finish line jump. So that is a lap for Orlando 2 round 8. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put in our hot lap. Alrighty guys, so that was the hot lap. So I think this track time, I didn't estimate it last time just because usually I've been off, but I think this is going to be around 50 seconds, maybe late 50s or early 50s. So I don't think we're going to break into the 40s. So just like last week, it was like 49s, 48s were pretty fast, but I'm going to say around 52 will be average lap time. So I think it's about the same distance, so not quite sure. But regardless, I know you guys want to hear my picks for the RM Fantasy Supercross. So obviously I'm going to go with Cooper Webb for first again. So I got him right last weekend. So I actually got a few points from last weekend. They're pretty good. So first, obviously I'm going to go with Cooper Webb. Second, I'm going to go with Ken Roczen. Third, I'm going to go with Eli Tomac, even though he didn't do too hot last weekend. He got like 5th, I think. And then fourth place, I'm going to go with Justin Barcia. He's been actually pretty consistent top 5, so we'll put him in there. And then for 5th place, we're going to go with Zach Osborne because last weekend he got 3rd, which was really good for him considering I think his previous last best finish for the season was 5th. So we're going to throw him in for 5th just so he's in the top 5, but who knows, maybe he can get 2nd or 3rd or possibly a 1st. And then the wild card is 13th place, so I think I'm going to go with Benny Bloss because he seems to be around back there in that range. So those are my picks. Obviously they might not be right, but hopefully they are because I really do need some points. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys want to try out this track, it is actually Orlando 2 round 8. No spaces, all capitalized. And yeah, that's obviously just on Xbox. So if you guys want to go try it, let me know how you think. And yeah, after I edit this video, I'm going to start editing the footage I got from that round. We couldn't make it to FanFest because it was very confusing and we showed up pretty late. So hopefully next weekend we can make it to FanFest so I can get some more clips. Because really all I did this weekend was just get some clips from the race and obviously the opening ceremonies. So I'll do a little video on that hopefully later this week just to show you guys the footage I got. And obviously I'll record again on Saturday. So be on the lookout for that. So yeah, make sure you guys go check out the merch to help support the channel. And see you guys very, very soon. Peace out. Bye.